everyone. Welcome to Swimmer's Edge Yoga. So glad you're here. We're ready for a great class today. We've got a lot that we're going to do. We're going to get around to some shoulder stretches. Got to do some leg work. Planning on doing some arm balances and some standing balance. So looking forward to a great class. Why don't we just come down to the floor. We'll start in seated, so half lotus. So if you're new to Swimmer's Edge Yoga, half lotus is where you sit crisscross on the floor with one foot up on your opposite thigh. If that's not comfortable for your knees or hips, you can just sit regular crisscrossed or use a block. Sit up on a block. That can help with the hip openers for a lot of people, helping those groins and hips to be more useful. So make this practice whatever it needs to be for you. Remember that at any time, if something's not feeling comfortable, there's not really a good reason to go forward with that. You want to adjust things, make them work for you. If you have questions about some of those adjustments or modifications for certain sore areas, shoulders, knees, back, hips, please do feel free to email us at swimmersedgeyoga@gmail.com. We'll be happy to try to help you modify some of these workouts, because the goal of Swimmer's Edge is to help our swimming, not to cause an inflammatory response that helps us or makes us not be able to swim. So we're glad that you're here. We hope that you'll make this practice what you need for it to be, and we're going to get started. So come into that seated half lotus position, sitting up real tall. Remember, as swimmers, bring your shoulders down away from your ears, and try to do that throughout our practice. Sitting up tall through the abs, contract those front abdominals, engage that lower back, strong through the hips. Hands on your lap, palms up, just to relax. And then we're going to start connecting with our breath. So close your eyes wherever you are. Try to take the focus off the outside space that you're in and bring it into your body, noticing, maybe giving a full body scan from head to toe. Noticing if you feel strong, if you feel alive, if you feel powerful, if you feel ready. Maybe you've got a part of your body that you need to honor during today's practice. Maybe you can kind of take a mental note and send some message to that body part that you're going to protect it during our workout and care for it. So a big deep inhale through your nose. Empty out, exhale through your mouth. Another deep inhale and exhale. We're going to take our arms out to the outside, really stretch them out. Extend your fingers, open them wide. Inhale, lift your hands up tall, touch your palm. Exhale, drop your palms down towards the floor, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, moving with our breath now, we're going to go from side to side. So inhaling, lift up. Exhale, drop the right hand down, extend it out away from your body. Keep your left hip on the floor as you reach your left hand over the top of your head towards the right side room. Open your left shoulder towards the ceiling. Now just breathe there. We're going to take a few breaths here. Expand the rib cage, empty the rib cage. With your next inhale, sitting up. Extend the hands tall. Big breath in. Exhale, reach to the left. So let the air out as you extend to the left. Just sit there, hang out. Press your right hip into the floor. Left or right shoulder high. You can take your face towards the ceiling if you like that extra turn. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So sink into that right elbow. Reach for the wall with the left hand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Sink into that left elbow. Maybe it touches the floor. Maybe it hovers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going with your own breath here now. So take your time just to move with your own breath. If you're in a group class, don't worry about what everybody else is doing on your team. Just go ahead and move with your own breath. Lift and lower. Extend through the side. One more time. To the left side. Maybe when you get to the left side, the next time we'll all just hang out there and wait for each other. Okay, let's sweep our hands forward. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us. Just take a nice stretch all the way to the right side. Feel that stretch through your lat. That's that thigh muscle in your torso, right from your shoulder down. We'll go back towards the left, hand over hand. Feel that stretch to the right side, that lat, and release. We'll come up. Let's uncross our feet and recross them the opposite way. So take half lotus the opposite way. Some of you are working on full lotus where you have both feet crisscrossed to opposite sides. That's okay too. But remember, you can set that up for yourself. Not everyone needs to be doing that, but you might change which foot is on the top at this point. Let's inhale, lift our hands. We're going to do a torso twist. So turning to the right side, drop your hands down to the side. Left hand comes to right knee. Looking over the right shoulder, sitting up real tall. Engage those abdominals. Lengthen through the spine. Breathing. Fill the breath. Empty the breath. Notice how your body feels with each inhale. With each exhale, extend the twist. So deepen the twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the hands. Forward. Exhale, turn to the left. Right hand to left knee, face over left shoulder. Breathing. Enjoy that stretch. Inhaling. Lengthen. Exhale, deepen the twist. And release. Awesome. Let's send our hands out in front of us. So we're going to work on our shoulders here. So you're reaching as if someone's in front of you. You're almost going to take something from them or give them a hug or something like that. We'll bend our elbows, arms at right angles. So you're going to have your upper arm parallel to the floor. This is really important. Keep your upper arm straight out from your shoulder. Not low, not high, just straight out. Now let's take our right hand and elbow and cross it over our left elbow. So the back sides of our hands touch. Keep those arms lifted. Your elbow should be high. This may be plenty for you to feel that stretch through your shoulders. No need to do any more than this if that feels good and stretchy. You might take your right hand in front of your left and then put your palms together. That's a little deeper stretch there. This is called eagle arms. Just going to breathe here. Feel that through the shoulders. Sitting up real tall through your torso. Don't hunch over. Just enjoy the position. Feel that stretch behind your shoulders. Okay, we're going to open our arms, so uncross them. Take them big. Press your chest forward. Push your face forward. Exhale, let's cross over. Give ourselves a hug. Round the back. Drop your chin to chest. Inhale, open. That feels good to swimmer shoulders, swimmer backs. Press your face. Cross your arms, the other arm over the top. Drop your chin, roll your back, round your back. Let's come back up to seated. You can extend those arms again, cross or bend them at the elbows. Now take your left arm, put it over your right. The back sides of the hands touch, or bring the palms together. It's up to you. Decide what your shoulders need. If you have a tender shoulder, this is not the time to be overstretching. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now we can do a fold like this. Let's go ahead and lean forward, slowly bringing those hands down to the floor. Keep that right angle bend and just fold into it. And we'll uncross the arms there, press up into the hands. That's great. Let's go ahead and uncross our legs. We're going to come up to kneeling. So coming up here into a kneeling mountain pose, which basically means if we were standing in mountain, we'd have our shoulders over our hips, over our ankles, but we're going to do it right over our knees. So don't arch your back, don't round it forward, just find that nice stacked position, shoulders over hips, over knees. Okay, with our inhale, let's inhale our hands tall, really long through your torso, bring those shoulders away from your ears. We have a tendency to reach them up, bring them down. Let's drop our right hand to our side, reach for the floor. So you're really reaching down with your right hand, reaching up with your left. Just kind of a dynamic stretch in two directions. Now we're going to drop our left hand to our head. Touch your right ear, and then bring your head over towards your left shoulder. So the left ear comes close to your left shoulder, all the while you're reaching down to the floor with your right hand. Feel that stretch to the side of the neck. Breathe, and release both hands to your side. With your inhale, lift the hands, palms up, Touch the palms together, drop the left hand down to the side, reach for the floor, reach the right hand towards the ceiling, really strong. Feel that different stretch both ways. A lot of backstroke kind of thing here going on, right? Take your right hand towards your head, the opposite side, left ear. Draw your right ear over to your right shoulder. Try not to lift your right shoulder up to your ear. Bring your ear to the shoulder and stretch towards the floor. And again, find your own edge here. There's no need to make this hurt. It's supposed to just stretch. Feel that nice stretch in the side of the neck. And release the hands to the side. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. We're going to inhale, lift them up. Exhale, around, down, and forward. Inhale up. Exhale, around, down, and forward. Inhale up. Exhale, around, down, and forward. We'll switch directions. Backwards up. Exhale, down, around, and backwards. Inhale up. Exhale, forward, down, and backwards. Inhale up and around. Awesome. Let's do a little bit of a back stretch here. We're going to get into a little camel. So let's take our feet, and instead of having our feet flat on the floor, the tops of our feet, let's take our toes, and we'll engage our toes, flex our feet. We're going to sit down into that stretch first and stretch our feet, give our knees a little bit of a break. Something for those of you who sense that kind of tenderness in your knees when you do all this kneeling on our mat. You can take your mat and roll it over for another layer if that helps your knees. But let's sit into those heels, really stretch out our toes. You can rock from side to side a little bit. Feel that stretch change up in your toes. All through the torso here again. With our inhale, come up tall, lift the hands high. With the exhale, let's take our right hand down, touch our lower back. So the fingertips come towards your glutes, pressing into the lower back. Now extend that hand behind you. You might just have a diagonal line, or you may be able to reach back towards your right heel. This is camel. Lift your face, look at your left hand. And again, you can stay in the diagonal, or you can guard the back with your hand right at your back. It's up to you. Inhale, lift. We'll switch hands. Exhale, either left hand to back or left hand to heel. And stretch through that camel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Right hand to back or right hand to heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Use your quads, use your hips, use your back with your face, and relax. Let's come down to the floor, sink down, sit into those heels, except we'll drop the tops of the feet now to the floor and do a child's pose. So hands come out from front, walk those fingertips forward, take the knees wide to the outside of your mat, lower in, just settle in there. That's great. Let's come up to all fours. We're going to do some cat-cow. So coming into all fours, wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Strong through that torso just to find that nice, strong tabletop position. Now with your inhale, relax the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the face. Exhale up into cat, round the back, drop the top of the head, tip the tailbone. Inhale up to cow. Find that full range of motion from top of your head to your tailbone. Exhale to cat. Go with your own breath. Inhale to cow. Open your mouth in cow when you get all the way up there. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Okay, now we're in cat. We're going to push back into child's pose where we're going to take our hips to the right side. So sink into the right side child's pose. Just feel that stretch. Your hands come over to the left. The hips are to the right. And back up to all fours. Find that good alignment. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Stay up in cat. We're going to sink our left hips to the left side and then walk our hands more towards the right. That's great. Let's come back up into all fours. We're going to drop our elbows down to the floor. We're going to sink our hips, and as we sink our hips, we're going to bring our hands to prayer and let them come up off the mat and go behind our head into a tricep stretch. So you can start over again. You can put your hands in prayer, sink your hips, and as you sink back, your hands will lift and drop behind your head into that tricep stretch. You'll have to make that work for you. So really pull the hips to the back and feel that stretch through your upper back arm. That's great. and come back up all to all fours. Awesome. Let's do a little balancing tabletop. So with our inhale, strong through the torso, lift your left foot, extend your right arm. You can just do an arm or just a foot if you want to stick to less limb involvement. But let's hang out here. We're going to hang out for 3 breaths. Strong to that torso as if there's something up there like a glass of water. Someone's reaching ahead of you. You're going to shake someone's hand. The toe of the left foot is flexed towards the ground and feels like someone is pulling you by the foot. 1 more breath. And put it all down. Awesome. Let's do the other side. Strong to the torso. Connect everything together. So inhale, press into your right hand and lift the left hand forward. Extend the right foot back. Try to distribute the weight evenly between your left knee and your right hand. And lower. Awesome. Let's go ahead and curl our toes under again. And instead of sitting down, we're going to press up into down dog. So come into your first down dog. Coaches, if you're watching this, you can make sure that everyone is pressing that chest towards their thighs. The hips should be the highest point. Hands are spread out like starfish. Pedal in, swimmers. So walk your feet. Just walk your dog. I like saying that. Press your heels down towards the floor. Find that nice stretch in your hamstrings and your calves. Those of you guys who struggle with foot cramps, this is a great stretch to be doing even at home before you head to practice, pedaling in through those legs. That's great. Let's take a travel. So we're going to inhale, look towards your hands, walk towards the front of your mat into fold. We have a nice deep fold here, so bend your knees a ton. So everybody should be able to touch the floor in forward fold when you bend your knees. Lots of bend. Let's go ahead and take our hands on the floor and put our palms face up underneath our feet, just a little bit. So you're kind of standing on your palms. So this is called Guerilla Pose. Even if you have your legs totally bent, bend them so that your chest or your belly is touching your lap. Now with our inhale, we're going to drop the top of our head and just bring your hips up as much as you can. A little bit. Exhale, lower. And just let it stretch. Lower and lift. Awesome. Let's take our hands out from beneath our feet. If you need a block here or a pull buoy, this is a great spot for one. You can put it between your feet, in front of your feet, so it's kind of centered. We're going to put our right hand onto the block or pull buoy. Bend your right knee and open to the left side of the room. So your left hand comes to the ceiling and you can look up at the ceiling. Just breathe there. You should feel a nice stretch to the back of that left hip. Bend that right knee a lot. And lower, we're going to put the left hand there, bend the left knee, open to the right side. Extend that hand up, look towards the sky. And lower. Switch to the left. One more time. And lower. Great. Let's move that block or pull buoy out of the way. We're going to bend our knees a lot again. Touch your belly to your lap. Send your hips behind you and come up into chair. So the hips are behind. Knees are at a nice 90-degree angle. Let's bring our hands to our heart in chair and then come up to stand. Awesome. That's a swan dive. So bring your hands out to the outside. Send your hips back. Come into a nice forward fold. Inhale up to monkey. Exhale to fold. Let's step back with our right foot, then our left into plank. Now all of you in plank here, look at your wrists. They should be right underneath your shoulders. Hips are low, coaches, so take a look at that. We're going to stay here in plank or kneeling plank. Coaches, anyone can take a kneeling plank if it's important for their shoulders or if it's just where they need to be. So exhale, lower down, chaturanga, elbows close. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up through all fours, sink into child's pose. Inhale up to down dog. Pedal in, bring your feet closer, heels closer to the floor. We're going to step forward with our left foot into lunge and then come forward into forward fold. Find that fold. Just take your time. Bend your knees a little bit. Look at your feet. See if they're strong, in a strong position. Inhale, tall to stand. Exhale to chair. Inhale, tall. Exhale, swan dive or bow. Inhale to monkey. Strong in that back. Exhale, fold. Step back with your left foot. Then your right. Kneeling plank or regular plank, then lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale all the way up through all fours and sink into child's pose. Inhale back through all fours and press up to down dog. We'll step forward with our right foot, then our left, and come into a nice fold. Awesome. Inhale, tall. Exhale to prayer chair. Inhale, tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale to monkey. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot, then left, into plank or kneeling plank. Peer out over your hands and chaturanga down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale all the way up to down dog. So we skipped that all fours in child's pose there. We're going to step forward with our left foot into lunge, then come to forward fold. Inhale, tall to stand. Exhale, fold. Inhale to monkey. Exhale, fold. Step back left, then right. Lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale up to down dog. Inhale, step forward with your right foot, then left. Come into a deep fold, then inhale, tall to stand. Let's come into prayer chair. So hands come to heart. Sink your hips behind you. And we're going to twist in this prayer towards the left. So just turn your torso and bring your right elbow to your left knee. Swimmers, as you do this, your hand should still be at your heart, not up closer towards your armpit or down lower towards your opposite side. Let's stay in that heart position. And now we're going to press up tall to stand. Exhale back down to prayer chair, twisting to the right. Keep your hands at your heart. And lift up tall. Exhale to fold. Feel that gratitude in your thighs as they have a little bit of lactate. Inhale, tall to monkey. Exhale, fold. We'll step back with our right foot into lunge and just stay there. So find that strong lunge position. You're on your back right toes. You can use blocks here or your pull buoy to keep your upper body higher than your hip. And notice the right angle bend of the left knee. You want to make sure that your knee is not in front of your toes. And coaches, make sure no one's rounding their back over that knee. Strong through the core, strong through that lunge. We'll drop our right knee down to the floor. That kind of gives you a little relief. Top of the foot comes to the mat. We're going to lean forward, stretching that right groin, right hip flexor. And now we're going to lean backwards. So the hips come towards our right foot and the left foot lifts up. You can see the toes are towards the ceiling. Now you may just stay there or move your hands back with you and stay in that tall position as you flex that left foot high. Or if you'd like, you can bring your belly over your lap, dropping your forehead towards your left knee. That's a deeper stretch. Let's come back up through that kneeling lunge position. We'll take our block and put it on the outside edge of our left foot. Or you can touch the floor. It's up to you. We're going to come up tall with the shoulders and extend our right hand behind us. So you're looking at your right hand as if you're shaking hands with someone behind you, way back there. Now you can stay here, or you can add a little bit of a stretch through the right quad and take hold of that right foot. We'll come back to the front, frame the foot. We're going to step back to plank. So press into your hands, lift off your back leg, step back into plank with the left foot, or kneeling plank. Then lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale up to down dog. Great. We're thinking again, we're switching sides, so just take a nice down dog. We're going to step forward with our right foot into lunge. That's a nice big step. If you had to take a hop step, that's okay. Now, you can see my back is a little rounded here, which is why I make a choice to use yoga blocks. You want your back to stay straight and your hips to be able to be lower than your shoulders. So make a good alignment choice for your body. It's up to you. We'll lower that left knee down to the floor. Top of the foot is flat. You know, remember what we did? We leaned forward into that lunge. And we leaned backwards, dropping the hips towards the left foot and lifting the right foot now up off the floor. Now you can stay tall here or even bring the blocks back with you and just stay lengthened a little higher, or you can bring the forehead down towards the right knee. It's okay to round your back here in that pose. Press up into that kneeling lunge. We'll take our right hand to the floor on the outside of the right foot or to a block and turn the body so that you're reaching behind you with your left hand. Looking over the shoulder like you're going to shake hands with someone way back there. And you can bend that left knee and take hold of it with the left hand if you want to stretch your quad. We'll release that foot down to the floor. We're going to step forward here. So press into the floor, curl your left foot, toes rather, and get up off that knee. Now we're going to step forward into forward fold and come into that nice folded position. Let's go ahead and take our fingers around our big toes. So take your peace fingers, those two fingers that you would use to give someone peace signs. Just reach them around those big toes. We're going to bend our knees a little bit. Take our elbows wide and use your fingers on your toes to pull yourself closer to your feet. That's awesome. Drop the top of your head. Now we're going to lower our hips, take our hands down to the floor, and come into yoga squat. So heel toe your feet wider on your mat. Bring your elbows inside your knees and your hands to prayer. So breaststrokers, you're probably liking the foot position on this. The toes can go towards the outside of the mat. Sitting up real tall, press your prayer hands together so that your knees are opened by your elbows. The elbows press into those knees. Nice yoga squat. So we're going to bring our hands down to the floor. Just touch them to the floor in front of you and raise them up. Stay high on your knees and touch the hands to the floor. Awesome. Okay, we're going to touch our hands to the floor and come up onto your toes so that you feel your knees coming towards your elbows. Just feel that nice deep stretch in the knees. And then bring the feet back down to the floor. Hands come to prayer. We're going to power press all the way up tall to stand. Awesome. Let's do a little bit of balance here. We're going to come into tree pose. So standing tall in mountain, strong through both feet. Think of your feet like the foundation of this whole pose. Now engage your abs. Tighten up those pelvic floor muscles. Strong through your whole core, like someone's going to punch you in the gut. With your inhale, we're going to put our weight into our right foot. So just feel your body lean so that the right foot is the place that's taking all the weight. Just up and down off that left foot a little bit. As you feel the weight shifting, as you feel good about that, you can stay on that right foot and start picking up the left foot and opening the left knee to the left side. Now you could stay here with that foot down by your ankle, or you could have it even kick standing towards the floor if that's enough balance for you, or you can bring that foot up even higher on your leg up into your groin. But you don't want to leave that foot on your knee. So coaches, make sure no one's got the foot on the knee. That's not a good spot to be. Going to protect our knees. Now you can stay here with your hands down, or you can bring them up into prayer. Or if you're really wanting to work on things, you can bring them up tall above your head with the palms together. Wiggling is fine. And then we'll come down out the same way. So the hands come down and to the side, and then the foot lowers to the floor. Awesome. We'll shake those legs out just a little bit. You find that strong mountain pose. Feet are strong on the floor. Tighten up your core. Lower those shoulders down from the ears. Feel the weight shift into your left foot. And then as you're ready, you can kickstand your right foot or bring it up to your calf or take it all the way up into the crook of the groin. and find your hand position. It's good to focus on one point that's not wiggling. That helps with balance. So you're looking at something that's not moving as I start watching something that is. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just have to laugh. All right, shake it out. Come on down out of your beautiful trees. I fell out of vine. Sorry about that. All right, and we're going to come back to the front of our mats into mountain pose. So inhale, lift the hands up tall. Exhale into that fold. We're going to lift up into monkey. Exhale, fold. We'll step back with the right foot into lunge. Strong through that body. We're going to come up into crescent lunge, which is where you come up off of the hands on the floor, and you can put your hands to your thigh, or you can raise them up overhead. So whatever you need to stay in that balancing crescent lunge. You're on your back toes, strong to that crescent. Now remember, we did a lean here when we were down on our knee. We're not going to lean like that. We're actually going to lower our hands towards the floor as we straighten that front leg. So straighten that front leg. You can stay with a monkey back over the front leg. You could bring blocks next to the front leg, or you can drop your head towards that front knee. So this is kind of similar to what we did when we were down on our knee in kneeling lunge. Now we're doing it while we're in crescent lunge. Okay, inhale, we're going to bend that left knee, come back up to crescent. We'll put our left hand onto our left leg and turn behind us, reaching as if we're going to shake hands with someone behind us. Still staying up on those right toes. So a little more balance here in crescent lunge. Sink down. Looking over that left or right shoulder. Sweep the arms up to center and up tall. And exhale, we'll place them back onto the floor. Press into your hands, step back into plank. So feel that nice plank before you lower down in chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Or up dog. If you like to be an up dog, swimmers, your hands are under your shoulders, your hips come up off the floor, and you're only touching the mat with the top of your feet. Exhale up to down dog. Enjoy that stretch. We're going to step forward with our right foot. So come into that low lunge, find your balance on your back toes and front foot, and then come up into crescent. Strong to crescent lunge. Nice balance here. Take a deep breath. Inhale. With your exhale, lower the hands, straighten that front leg. You might have to shorten your stance with the back foot or use blocks out front. And you can stay here in that monkey back or pyramid pose, or you can lower your head down towards that front knee. Feel that strong stretch. Beautiful. We'll come back up, bending the right knee into crescent. And then we're going to place that right hand on our right thigh and turn behind us as if we're trying to shake hands with someone behind us. Sink into that front knee, lower, lower. Whoops, sweep the hands forward, up into crescent. We'll drop those hands to the floor. We'll step forward into forward fold. Find that nice fold. Inhale, tall to stand. Exhale, fold. Let's heel toe those feet wide. We're going to come back down to yoga squat. So drop your hips low, shoulders high, and press into that nice yoga squat. We'll touch the hands to the floor. Come back up. Touch the hands to the floor. Come back up. Touch the hands to the floor. Lift the bum, lift the toes. Feel that those knees leaning into the elbows. Let's drop the bum here to the floor. We'll come up into half boat. Exhale, come forward, come up into yoga squat. Exhale, lift the feet, half boat. Exhale, inhale back up to yoga squat. And you can try an arm balance here. For those of you who are new to our arm balances, when you come into yoga squat and you're pressing those elbows and you touch the hands to the floor, you come up onto your toes, looking forward with your face. You lean those knees enough into the elbows that you can lift your toes up off the mat in crow. So take your time if you want to try crow. If you're new to the yoga program, maybe you're just playing with that arm balance where you're up and down off yoga squat and leaning into those knees. Just tiptoeing maybe 1 foot off at a time. It's up to you. Awesome. And we'll come back into half boat. So find that half boat. Let's extend into full boat. So the legs come long, the arms come wide, and then we'll come back down to the floor. Awesome. Let's roll forward. We're going to come back up to stand. Sorry, it wasn't a very good transition there. We'll come back up to mountain. We've got one more standing series. Inhale the hands tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale to monkey. Exhale, fold. We'll step back with our right foot. We're going to come into warrior. So drop your heel to the floor. The right toes are towards the right side of the mat. We're going to windmill up into warrior 2. So warrior 2, we're sinking into that front knee. Hands are extended long, looking out over that front hand. Gorgeous. Let's inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Drop the left elbow to left knee and raise the right hand over your head so it's a nice diagonal line from fingertips to toes. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to side angle. Now in side angle, as we hang out here, your right shoulder should be toward the ceiling, your right palm facing the floor, the left palm facing the ceiling. And you can stay here, or you can take that hand, the right hand, up and around behind you, dropping the back side of your right hand behind your back. You can even bring it around to hold on to your left thigh in a half bind. Some of you are working on a full bind, where you reach down with your left hand under your left leg and hold on to your right hand behind your body. If you're beginning here, it's probably best to just try to get a good aligned position in side angle. But those of you who are watching trying other things, be strong in what you'd like to do. Let's pivot towards the front of the mat. We'll step back into plank or kneeling plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale all the way up to down dog. Awesome. Now you can take a resting pose if you need, a child's pose, anytime you want. We're going to keep going and finish this series up here. Step forward with your right foot into lunge. Drop your left heel to warrior, and then come all the way up into, warrior 2. So warrior 2 with the right side forward, looking out over that right hand in front of you, strong through those arms. Inhale, lean down, reach with your left hand to your left knee, reverse warrior. Exhale, forward, drop that right elbow to the right knee, extend your left hand overhead in a diagonal line. Inhale, reverse, look up at your hand. Exhale, side angle, look up at the ceiling. Inhale, reverse, and exhale to side angle. Now you can hang out in this side angle, trying to lower the hips, being strong through that thigh, or you can raise that left hand and turn it so that the back side of your hand can come behind your back, holding on behind you or taking hold of your thigh, leaning underneath in a full bind if you'd like. That's awesome. Let's take our hands to the floor. We'll pivot towards the front of the room. So your feet are wide in straddle pose, right? Nice straddle V. When you're in straddle, the toes should be narrower than the heels, so move your heels a little more outside of your toes. And then if you like a block or a pull buoy out in front, you can use that to be at the right height. Or you can just lower down towards the floor with your hands. Some of you are working on your straddle folds where you come down to your elbows onto the floor. Another option for straddle fold that feels pretty good is to reach behind you or to reach out to the outside edges of your feet. Just enjoy that. Use your breath. We're going to come back up through center. Come up into a nice straddle monkey, so flat back. We're going to bend into the left knee and sink down kind of over towards that left side into side lunge. So your right foot comes up off the floor. The toes are towards the ceiling, and you're tall through that left body, leaning into that left leg. You could use blocks here, or you can even use it for balance and practice that. Hands can come to the mat or stay high and balanced. We'll shift sides into the right leg. Let the left toes come up off the floor, tall through the torso. Stretch that out on the left side stretch. Strong through that lunge. Awesome. We'll come back up to straddle, and then we're going to heel toe everything together and come down to seated on the mat. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs here on the mat and finish up with some leg stretches. So if you have a strap or a towel and you want to use that, you can. If not, you can do this without that too, but you could have that next to you if you'd like. So let's just extend our legs long in corpse pose. Find that good body symmetry. Hips are even, knees are even, shoulders are even on the floor on the mat. With your inhale, bring that right knee up, give it a squeeze. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, draw up the left knee, give it a squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, draw up the right knee, give it a squeeze. With your exhale, we're going to take that right knee out to the right side. You can extend your left arm towards the left side of the room, straight out from your shoulder. Your palm should be facing the ceiling with the left hand. You can stay looking at the ceiling as you bring that right knee wide, or you can look towards your left hand in a twist. Just try to make sure that your left hip is not coming up off the floor as you try to bring your right knee closer to the floor. I have a little sunbeam in my room right here on my knee. Okay, bring that right knee up. We're going to draw it in close. We're going to take it across our body towards the left side as we extend our right hand towards the right side of the room. You can look at your right hand. Just try to make sure your right shoulder does not come up off the floor as you bring that right knee over to the opposite side. And back up to center. Give your knee a good squeeze, send it back long. We're going to do this on the opposite side. So inhale the left knee, squeeze it in, keep that foot flexed as you open it out to the left side. Extend the right hand, a nice hip opener. Don't let this right hip come up off the floor as you're opening your left knee wide. And now we'll exchange. Inhale that knee up, take hold of it with your right hand, extend your left arm and bring that left knee all the way over to the right side, but don't lift up your left shoulder. See if you can keep that onto the floor. If you can't keep it on the floor, then just let the knee hover as you have it over to that side. And release. We'll bring it all back to center. Let's bend our knees, feet flat on the floor. We're going to do a little flowing bridge here. So with our inhale, you should be able to tickle your backs of your heels with the hands, your fingertips right down by your side. Your inhale, lift up your hips, bring them up towards the ceiling, but don't put any weight in your head or neck. You can roll onto the outside edges of your shoulders if you like, but stay off of the neck with your weight. Knees should be parallel, keep them close together. Exhale, lower the bum down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Swimmers, now you know you can use a leg here too. So you can inhale, lift the hips, and extend the right leg long in a diagonal line. Foot is flexed. Exhale, lower the foot, then lower the bum. Inhale, lift. Extend the left leg. Exhale, lower the heel, then lower the bum. So keep going with your breath there. Inhale, lift. Extend the right leg. Lower the foot, lower the bum. Inhale, lift. Extend the left leg. Lower the foot, lower the bum. Take your knees into your chest, nice tight tuck. Feel that release in the lower back. We'll open those knees wide, so hold your knees in your hands. Let your legs fall open real wide. Feel that stretch through your hips. You can take away your hands, reach through your knees, and then take your hands underneath your heels into the outside edges of your feet as you lift your feet high in Happy Baby. So Happy Baby, rock from side to side, holding on the outside edges of your feet. Knees are wide open, arms are the inside of your leg, and then grabbing the outside edge of your foot from under your heel. And release. And we'll lower our legs down to the floor. Let's send our legs long. We're going to come into Shavasana now, so that final relaxation where you're laying on the floor. Find a symmetry in your body. Your ankles are even on the mat, your hips, your knees, your shoulder blades. Tilt your pelvis so that it's neutral. And then find a relaxing place for your hands. They can be on your belly or on at your sides, wherever you like to have them so that they're relaxed. And then we're just going to connect with our breath by thinking about an equal parts inhale and exhale. So taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, maybe count to 6 or 7 or 8, a nice slow inhale. And then as you exhale, release the air at the same pace. So exhale for 6 or 7 or 8 counts. You can just do that, feeling your rib cage expand, feeling your belly fill with air, then everything lowers as you release the air. Just take your time here. Enjoying this rest. Relax all of your body with each exhale. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Maybe your arms and legs feel heavy, your feet fall open as they relax more and more. So coaches, you can go ahead and let your swimmers stay in final relaxation as long as you'd like. It would be good to actually stay there for a few more minutes. So you could push pause in the recording and just let that happen. When you're finished, it's good to sit up. We'd all come back to seated together, and we'll finish with a few final breaths together in our practice. So if you're ready for that, we'll sit up real tall, coming into half lotus. We'll extend our hands to the outside. With our inhale, we'll lift our hands high. Touch our palms together. Watch your hands pass your face as you bring them down to your heart. Touch your nose to your index fingers. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, drop the hands to your heart. One more time. Inhale, lift the hands. This time, flip your palms towards the floor. Press the air down. Drop your chin to your chest. My thanks for a great practice, everyone. Namaste. Thanks for being here. I hope that your swim goes great if you're headed right to the pool, or maybe you're after your swim, and so I hope that was a good day for you too at practice. Again, if you have questions or concerns, swimmersledgeyoga@gmail.com. Feel free to give us a shout, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.